Central Africa, a region so rich in resources and history. It's like a rich man had a baby, then abandoned it in the rainforest. In one corner, Rwanda, land of 1,000 hills, iron-fisted order, and suspiciously quiet border crossings. In the other, Congo, the world's most mineral-rich nation with the least ability to control it. But before we dive into rebel armies, UN reports, and America's weird mineral obsession, let's rewind. Because this story isn't new. It's just the latest episode of a blood-stained saga. Welcome to Pastcast, where the past echoes through the present. Our story begins in the early 1900s, when Belgium looked at Rwanda and said, "Nice hills, we'll take it." To keep control, the Belgians pulled out their favorite tool: divide and rule. They declared that Tutsis, the cattle-owning minority, were more European, taller, thinner noses, great cheekbones. So they put Tutsis in charge and handed them little colonial crowns. Meanwhile, the Hutu majority, farmers, workers, and not-so-thin noses, were shoved to the bottom of the social pyramid. Surprise, surprise. This didn't build a healthy democracy. It built a pressure cooker. In 1962, Rwanda said goodbye to Belgium and hello to civil unrest. Hutus took power. Decades of pent-up resentment exploded. Tutsis were purged from leadership, massacred, and driven into exile. Hundreds of thousands fled to Uganda, Burundi, and, you guessed it, Congo. Many of those exiles weren't content staying refugees. They became rebels, and they were coming back. The Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF, formed in exile, mostly Tutsis trained in Uganda's military. Their leader? A smart, no-nonsense soldier named Paul Kagame. In 1990, the RPF invaded Rwanda to fight for their right to return home. Civil war broke out. A peace deal was signed in 1993, but things were still tense. Then, in 1994, everything collapsed. April 6, 1994. The Rwandan president's plane is shot down. Within hours, Hutu extremists unleash a genocide. They target Tutsis and moderate Hutus. 800,000 people are butchered, mostly by machete, over 100 days. The UN? They watched. The US? They said, "We're still emotionally recovering from Somalia." Europe? Busy. Only the RPF acted. Kagame launched a lightning-fast offensive. While the world issued statements, he fought his way into Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, ended the genocide, and took power. The killers, called the Interahamwe, fled into Zaire, Congo. Over 1 million Hutus crossed the border, including thousands of genocidaires. They set up massive refugee camps that doubled as rebel bases. From there, they began launching raids back into Rwanda. So Rwanda said, "If Congo won't clean up its backyard, we will." Rwanda invaded Congo in 1996 to destroy the Hutu militias. They partnered with rebels and helped overthrow Congo's dictator, Mobutu Sese Seko, a man who stole billions while wearing leopard hats and aviators indoors. Mobutu was replaced with Laurent Kabila, who promptly forgot who helped him. So Rwanda said, "Round two?" Okay, so it's 1997. Rwanda and Uganda just helped Congo overthrow its 30-year dictator, Mobutu. They install Laurent Kabila. He says thanks, but then Rwanda and Uganda never leave. Their armies stay in eastern Congo, monitoring security, also known as guarding mines and funding rebels. Kabila freaks out. In 1998, he tells them to get out. Rwanda and Uganda respond, "Leave? This is our investment portfolio." So Rwanda and Uganda launch a second invasion, backing new rebel groups to overthrow Kabila again. Kabila panics. He calls up friends, Angola, Zimbabwe, Namibia. Help! And suddenly, 9 countries are fighting inside Congo. Think Avengers, Civil War, but with more AK-47s and less CGI. By 2003, everyone is exhausted. Kabila is assassinated. His son, Joseph Kabila, takes over. A peace deal is signed. Over 5 million people are dead. The war ends. On paper. But not in the jungle. Rwanda says, "We're not leaving until the FDLR is gone." The FDLR? A Hutu militia hiding in Congo's forests. Many are former genocidaires. They still attack Rwanda, still exist. Rwanda keeps backing friendly militias in Congo to fight them. Congo says, "Please stop." Rwanda says, "Just cleaning up." In 2012, enter M23, a rebel group made of ex-Rwandan-backed fighters, mostly Tutsis. They say Congo betrayed us. They seize towns, capture Goma, and freak out the UN. Rwanda says, M23, never heard of them. The world pressures Rwanda. Aid is threatened. By 2013, M23 disappears. But not for long. Things look calm, but the jungle is lying. FDLR, still there, M23, in hiding. Congo's army, corrupt. Rwanda, watching. Everyone's waiting for the next act. 2021. M23 returns. New weapons, new boots. Same agenda. By 2022, they're back in action, capturing strategic towns in North Kivu. UN confirms Rwanda's fingerprints are everywhere. Again, civilians flee. The world scrolls past. By late 2024, 7 million people are displaced. Congo's army collapses. M23 runs eastern Congo like a startup. Rwanda denies involvement while building roads into the conflict zone. The UN finally says it out loud. Rwanda commands M23, 6,000 troops, full control. The diplomatic fog lifts. The blame is now official. In June 2025, the US brokered a peace deal between Congo and Rwanda. It went like this. Rwanda pulls back. Congo cracks down on Hutu militias, FDLR. The US gets access to key mining sites. Oh, and a Trump donor, Gentry Beach, gets rights to the Rubaya coltan mine, which just happens to be in rebel-held territory. Peace and profit all wrapped into one. But M23 wasn't part of the peace talks. They didn't sign anything. They weren't even in the building. So the peace deal is kind of like baking a wedding cake, then forgetting to invite the bride. Without M23 surrendering, or being forced to, the fighting could resume at any time. This war didn't begin in 2025. It began in colonial racism, ethnic engineering, and a genocide the world pretended not to see. Congo is the world's battery pack. But every lithium-ion victory is built on a history of betrayal, proxy wars, and foreign greed. This isn't peace. It's just quiet looting in a new suit. The names change. The game doesn't. Thank you for watching Pastcast, where the past echoes through today. If you enjoyed the satire, scrolls, and scandals, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the next empire falls.